Hi, welcome to S-World HEAI, Human Economic AI, and the S-World 10 Technologies. Today, in 35 minutes, begins the Innovate UK, KTI and Bridge AI event. Is AI good for environmental sustainability? For which we have prepared this page. When I say we, it is I and GPT-4 and Vinny Bond from India, our programming guru. Okay, so we're starting out with a graphic of the 10 technologies. For more on this, please look at the website. Okay, this video that we're making now is going to be here. Here is a video that I made that shows the links where they go and gives a more overall picture. For now, I'm just going to try and read through this, bearing in mind that whilst my math is good, I am actually dyslexic, so I'm going to make some errors per usual, but please bear with me. Okay, S-World 10 Technologies. Is AI good for environmental sustainability? Introduction, written on the 4th of December 2023. A brief introduction to Is AI Good for Environmental Sustainability by Nick Raybull. Each year I try and create a signature project and complete it on November the 24th. Last year I created UK Butterfly. Please follow the link to see. 10 years after writing my first global economic work, American Butterfly, The Theory of Every Business. Please click on that link to see that. In chapter 3 of the Theory of Every Business, the theory of more than we know now, we see environmental best practices were put front and center of the global networking project. But instead of being a hindrance, no matter what we did, each area of philanthropy turned into an opportunity. 10 years on, UK Butterfly was a celebration of adapting S-World to advanced economies. And the first half of the book looked at questions on inflation. This book was never completed and was a learning exercise, learning the mechanics of the UK central banking and inflation. Where UK Butterfly comes alive and inspires the bulk of the work we've done in 2023 is chapter 8. Okay, follow that link, please. Chapter 8, very important. And it's called How to Score a Perfect 4x on the Keynes Multiplier, and it's actually very relevant to Innovate UK because that's what Innovate UK are trying to do. That's why they make it sure the money has to be paid to somebody else in the UK. It's creating a Keynes multiplier where the money spent is spent on somebody else in the same country, therefore the GDP counts twice. Essentially, something like that. Central bankers would probably put it better. Okay, the objective at the time was to make a deal with the UK government. Sorry, this was last year when writing UK Butterfly. The objective at the time was to make a deal with the UK government where they would contribute a 1-to-3 ROI, £1 in R&D funding for every £3 of investment we achieved for S-World ASI Limited and for Cape Villas Limited. That will evolve in 2024 into Villa Secrets International, spearheading deployment of the S-World platform, technologies 1 to 6. Note, the spearhead of this presentation will be presented on this website. Okay, we're actually going to go to that quickly. A very quick look. This is the production line. It is, bad link, Nick. Oh, what have you done? Yeah, I'm going to have to fix that right now because jeepers. Right. Sorry. Right, where are we? Find the graphic. Okay. Introduction. That looks like the graphic. There's the bad link. Okay. We good? I think we are. sorry about this. I'm not going to do this again. And yes, I have to check this page for links. Okay, so the spearhead of this presentation will be presented on this website. Here we go, and it's linked properly this time. S-World Platform T1 Technology 1 designed for 2024, the S-Web 6VC voice command website and app maker, plus the swapping menus function, the CRM Nudge AI, and we get into the video presentation. But this website you can't see because you need a login. So for now, we're going to return back to the page where we were on sworld.org. Okay, and continue. We're continuing now. This presentation is AI good for environmental sustainability after we've had a little detour. And I'm not going to click on any more links. And if anyone finds another link that's broken, let me know. Yes. Okay, shortly after completing chapter 8, I was contacted and introduced to Innovate UK. So we're going back a year. UK Smart Grants, a UK R&D program where, if accepted, the UK government will provide 70% of funding so long as the money is paid to people in the UK, thus maximising the Keynes multiplier. 70% of funding is a lot better than 25%. That was what we were trying to find a year ago. 25%, 70% is a lot better than that. And we would have been full on towards this opportunity if not for a training SIJ injury, which took me out of play for the first half of the year. It was really painful. During this time, LLM, large language model AI, was introduced to the world, and to me and the world, and as it happened with 30 million words of data, a highly sophisticated OKR company controller, this was the final piece needed to turn the S-World 10 Technologies design into what we call human economic AI. And this human economic AI is designed to maximize growth, allowing 75% to be spent making sure everything is net zero and sustainable. Now, that sounds like a throwaway line, but should be made bold. If we go to our system design, we're now talking about Technology 8, Net Zero DCA, Dynamic Comparative Advantage Software. But returning to the script, I've got 28 minutes left. Okay, where was I? AI designed to maximize the growth. Yeah, allowing 75%. That's what that system does. Technology 8 takes 75% of the growth, making sure everything is net zero and sustainable. We're now going to jump to a kind of speech I wrote with GTP4 as part of the T10 Allcoms LLM, that's large language model design, on Monday, November the 9th, 2023. When I first read the subject of the discussion, is AI good for environmental sustainability? When it comes to environmental sustainability, whilst every system plays its part, it is technology 7 that can increase the velocity of money. Where are we? Here we go. Technology 7 down here, 32x growth. Look at the Malawi model. That's genuine. But because of conscience and that this is a good thing, the law is that 75% of that growth must be used to make sure that what we create is net zero and sustainable. Okay, so when it comes to environmental sustainability, whilst every system plays its part, it is technology 7 that can increase the velocity of money, whereafter it is technology 8 that is a breakthrough, dedicating 75% of it towards making sure everything is created net zero and sustainably. Okay, what are we creating? Well, in large part we're creating cities, but that's for another talk. You can look at the bottom of this page for books on all of this. Okay, so part 1, S-World 10 Technologies, is AI good for environmental sustainability? This was written on the 9th of November. The speech GPT and I wrote on Monday, November the 9th, 2023. You see a little picture of me and the Technology 8 Net Zero DCA. Okay, dynamic comparative advantage. Today, I stand before you eager to discuss Technology 8 Net Zero DCA Soft. Its scope is colossal, almost daunting. My suggestion, a targeted competition by the UK government, regardless of the party in power, not just theoretically, but one that harnesses these groundbreaking ideas for the betterment of all UK businesses. The journey here has been labyrinthine and challenging, often pushing me to the brink of surrender. Yet, perseverance led me through 12 years of relentless effort. This journey transformed the complexities of AmericanButterfly.org, 2012, AngelTheory.org, 2016 to 2019, Super Economics, a copy of Angel Theory in 2020, The Villa's Secret. Well, that's really been going on since 2000 and is still going on now. sweb.org is what we looked at and we saw when I had to change the code because I got the broken link. Okay, in this intricate tapestry, while AI is not the sole thread, it is indeed the vital one. Without AI, this elaborate design unravels. Hence, it becomes clear this endeavour is inseparable from AI. Consider the explosive power of Technology 7, a seismic 32-fold increase in GDP. A staggering concept, isn't it? Dive into the 1039 trillion basic. Now, this shows a very concise summary of how we took Malawi and in a plan going to 2080 and using that model, copied that around the world, created 1039 trillion in today's value of money. For a deeper understanding, follow that link and also follow the links that we're going to see soon. We'll see at the bottom, under SRES. Always, you can go to the bottom. Here it would be SRES, books on SRES. You can see that's the specific link we're talking about. Right, let's get back to that same place. Right. So dive into 1039 trillion basic for a deeper understanding. Through a brief glance suffices, though a brief glance suffices, a thorough read through is highly recommended. My insights are encapsulated in 3 versions of SUEC, Super Economics Book 3, 64 Reasons Why. Now we come to 2 graphics from that book and the sort of breakthrough point in it. Reason 64 Reasons Why are 64 special projects that would help the world, and that is how the money is spent. We'll get back to that, but for now, the main presentation, I think what we're looking to show today are these 3 books. This is 404 pages, and it's all technical, it's all good. There's a summary for Kate Raworth, also good. Someone please send that to her. I think her gatekeeper threw it away in 2021. Okay, then there's 64 Reasons Why Basic, which I suggest people start with because it's a summary in retrospect, and it actually goes up to, I think now, 75 or something, different special projects. Okay, the essence of this monumental work is simple. 75% of all revenue generated from technology, that should be 7, SRES, which amplifies the velocity of money by 32 times, will be reinvested to ensure sustainable net zero growth. In essence, we're not just expanding the economic pie, we're ensuring it's baked sustainably. Imagine the UK's GDP magnified 8-fold without triggering inflation, a leap from US dollars 3 trillion economy to a titanic US dollars 21 trillion. This is not mere economic growth, it is a paradigm shift anchored by Technology 8 Net Zero DCA Soft, and we have the graphic Net Zero DCA Soft Net Zero Dynamic Comparative Advantage. Of course, one has to mention Joseph Stiglitz and his book A Learning Society, where I came to understand that dynamic comparative advantage, what one's comparative advantage is going to be in the future, is what matters, not what it is now. The key here is financial sustainability. Take cement, for example, an essential yet ecologically taxing material. Creating it in a net zero format is feasible but costly. Without economic transformation, such environmentally conscious choices remain unattainable in our current market-driven world. That's the basics of it, guys. It's a market economy, and you're not going to change that anytime soon, so work with it. Okay? This journey began with a vision inspired by Bill Gates' speech in 2007 advocating for a more creative capitalism. If you look on this, there's a lot of books and stuff on a more creative capitalism here, part 3, but you need a login for that. That vision took shape in 2021, presented to Virgin. That vision took shape in 2011. It was presented to Virgin in the form of a global networking concept, and you can see that following that link. It was an idea to revolutionize global trade, initially through luxury travel and vacation rentals, but with the potential to transcend industries. Okay. Fast forward to the present, and what began as a $1 trillion idea has burgeoned into something far greater, as is evidenced by my Nick Ray Bull's 1039 trillion basic, which is a significant underestimate based solely on developing economies. So, to the pivotal question posed by Bridge AI, is AI good for environmental sustainability? My response transcends a simple yes or no. It offers a new perspective, a paradigm where AI is not just a tool but a transformative force towards sustainable economic growth. I invite you to delve into S-Web to explore, that's the website we saw earlier, to explore the unseen intricacies of these technologies and glimpse into how the S-World platform, Technologies 1 to 6, evolves into a comprehensive platform for a more creative capitalism. Before T7 increases the growth rate, and Technology 8, Net Zero DCA Soft, makes sure that all this technology-driven industrial revolution is a healing force for our children's, that our children's children will be proud of. There's the exact quote from Bill Gates' 2007 speech. We can make market forces work better for the poor if we can develop a more creative capitalism. It's an invitation to reimagine our future with AI as a cornerstone of sustainable growth and environmental stewardship. And that was the beginning of the speech that I wrote with GPT. We're just chatting it out. Throwing in some prompts here and there. Okay, then came the second part. Okay, this is equally important. It's a bit more technical. S-World, 10 technologies. Is AI good for environmental sustainability? Part 2. This was written on the 9th of November. Tax symmetry and political dimensions by Nick Ray Bull. And we can see tax symmetry graphic there. Tax symmetry in S-World, Net Zero DCA Soft. Turning to the political dimension, let me introduce to you the concept of tax symmetry, a cornerstone of net zero DCA Soft in advanced economies. At its core, tax symmetry is straightforward yet revolutionary, designed to address the complexities unearthed by Technology 7, which back in 2012 led us to pause our research. This technology accelerates the velocity of money, but conventional taxation limits its potential, allowing us to spin it only so far. For more on this, go to the bottom, read the S-Res books. That's a GTP word I like, to elucidate. Wow. Okay. In a network economy, money must circulate efficiently within a network of businesses. The more efficiently it cycles, the higher the efficiency, symbolized by E, in the S-Res equation. Savings plus revenue times recycle efficiency times spin. The goal is a quasi-monopoly, not in the traditional sense, but a network comprising thousands, eventually millions of businesses within an existing economy, like the UK, functioning collaboratively to escalate production. This allows for extraordinary feats such as sustainability in producing cement despite its tripled cost, such as sustainability producing cement despite its tripled cost. Okay, my dyslexia really does make it challenging at times. This approach might prove antitrust. This approach might provoke antitrust debates. However, the real choice we face is stark: adhere to the traditional antitrust laws or embrace a future of immeasurable wealth and environmental sustainability. This pivotal decision has led me to this statement. In the end, politically, it comes down to one simple question in law: antitrust or immeasurable wealth and sustainable future for the planet. This quote deserves to stand on its own, capturing the essence of our crossroads. What I'm saying here is, if anyone throws up the antitrust, it's like, well, yes, okay, you can apply that, but why would you? It's not for the good of the country to do it. Okay, that's the end of that. Delving deeper into tax symmetry, the concept is that a network of businesses doesn't pay tax in cash, but in output. Instead of monetary payment to the government, the network commits to specific projects at the start of the year. Imagine constructing essential infrastructure, creating millions of luxury homes at a fraction of the current cost, and undertaking special projects that span philanthropy, net zero initiatives, education, medical advancements, and even space exploration. These projects, democratically decided upon, reflect the nation's needs and desires. In essence, the network becomes an extension of the government, embodying a more creative form of capitalism. This approach could disrupt some businesses, but disruption is inevitable in our evolving world. It's crucial for the UK to lead this transformation, ensuring that British businesses benefit from this upheaval rather than being sidelined by foreign networks. Someone's going to do this. It should be us. Inflation. Now addressing concerns about inflation. Our journey since 2016 has been focused on stabilising price. We dismantled our previous system and rebuilt it from the ground up, centering on price control. The entire system has been designed with this focus, making inflation management one of its inherent strengths. Concluding, let's circle back to the provocative question of antitrust versus a sustainable future. Redefining antitrust is not just a legal necessity, but a moral imperative to achieve our sustainable goals. If the network aligns more with state functions, the question of communism arrives, which we must cautiously navigate. Our solution lies in a more creative capitalism, one that might challenge outdated antitrust laws but pave the way for an equitable and sustainable future. The first mover in this revolution will reap immense benefits, setting a precedent for others to follow. This isn't just about tax symmetry, it's about redefining economic paradigms for the betterment of our planet and future generations. Okay, that's the end of the speech. And we've got 12 minutes before the event starts. We're just going to end by showing this graphic from 2019, showing the M systems, which evolved into the 10 technologies. And the key research. You can look at the 4 books about the original economic concepts that were entangled with my journey into understanding quantum mechanics and string theory, which actually led to loop quantum gravity. But anyway, we can now look at more business-orientated, the Villa Secret, network.Villa Secrets. A lot of business stuff in there, an awful lot. Then we've got some abstract economic thinking that is useful in AI. A more creative capitalism, we've got 3 books on that. We've heard it mentioned quite a few times. Then we've got the 64 Reasons Why books. Some books for Peter Thiel. I think this link's broken. I'll have to correct that. No, sorry, they're not for Peter Thiel. They're about Peter Thiel's book 0 to 1 that I really loved. And after I didn't hear back from Kate Raworth, I focused on Silicon Valley and a presentation towards Founders Fund, Peter Thiel. That has now been added to Peter Thiel 2 with the TBSCC OKRs presentation for John Dawes. So we've got Democratic and Republican influences from the USA. Okay. We've then got Mars Resort 1, which is how we returned to SRES from American Butterfly in 2017. These books are really important. S-World and the City, The Secret of a Booming Economy, and S-World and the City, A Time for Trust. Then we get to this summary, the S-World 1039 trillion basic of S-World. Then we have some later stuff. That is the end of the presentation. Okay, so back to the top. And I'm going to say goodbye and thanks very much for watching this. Remember, the purpose of this post is to intrigue the listener into requesting a username and password for the hidden pages and current production website sweb.org. Please phone or WhatsApp me, Nick Grayball, on +44 7387 394 298. We can discuss it and we can start working on this, the 10 Technologies Design. Thanks again for listening. Have a great day. 9 minutes and the Bridge AI event begins. I'm going to get in the queue. Goodbye.